Standing nice and tall. Take a breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel yourself calming as you breathe. Feel the mat underneath your feet. Feel yourself go more stable. Weight on the ball and heel of your feet. Toes spread. Maybe your eyes are closed. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted. Bring your hands to heart center and breathe. Circle your wrist and breathe. Bend your knees and fold. Now your fold could be just a little fold or go deeper. If it's a little fold, your head stays above your heart. Head, heart. If you go into a deeper fold, perhaps your head goes below the heart. Knees bent as much as you need to bend them. Inhaling and exhaling. You can use your blocks here. Have your hands on your blocks or on your shins. Chest lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Draw the navel in. Roll up, stacking your vertebra one at a time. Shoulders roll back and down. Hands to heart center. Lean slightly to your right. Inhale. Lean slightly to your left. Inhale. Twist to your right. Inhale. Twist to your left. Inhale, just warming up the body in the different ranges of motion that we'll use today. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, fold. Knees bent as much as you need. You're hinging at the hip. And this time we'll come up with a flat back, so that chest lift, reverse swan. Hands to heart center. Lean to the right. Spinal flexibility, and to the left. Obliques working. Only doing what's right for you. Let's do that again, but this time bring your right hand down, the left arm up, reach, space between the ear and the shoulder, and come up. Bring your left hand down, the right one up, reach, lean to your left. And come back to neutral. Inhaling, twist to the right, bring your right hand behind you, your left hand in front. Inhale and twist the opposite way. Inhale, namaste. That's me honoring you, the divine in you, and you honoring the divine in me. That's all that means, namaste. Okay, we've been working on hips in my classes and doing flow similar to this the last month or so. If you happen to come to my class and it's a mat-based class and you don't get on the floor, I always cue, if I know you're in the class, so your screen may or may not be on, but if I know you're in the class, I know you're in the chair, I don't have to point you out if your screen is not on, I can't see you, but I cue what you can do from a standing position or from the chair. All right, so here we are, wide. Your legs might not be as wide. Bend the right knee. And inhale, you're bending just to the degree that's right for you. Bend the left knee. The knee stays over the ankle as you bend. Inhale, come up. Bend the right knee. Keep the outside of the left foot down so you can see the arch. Perhaps you might not. It depends on, if your arches are fallen, then you won't see the arch, but you're doing your best to think about lifting the arch. So you might say, I don't have an arch. Well, if you had one, what muscles would you be using to lift them? Try to think that. Your back is flat, your chest is lifted. Go back to the right. Inhale. And to the left. Inhale. Nice. Go to the right. Inhale. Hands down and pivot. If your hands weren't going down, perhaps you're not that low in a runner stretch, and that's fine. But here I am in this runner stretch. Chest is lifted, feeling the stretch in the front of the leg that's back. The front heel is down. Inhale, take that leg back. You're in plank, strong arms, strong legs. Pressing out through the heels, taking energy away from the shoulders. So you're pressing back. Hover. Your knees could go on the mat first before you hover. And cobra, your back bend may be very close to the mat, which is perfectly fine. Right? So you could be very low. If you haven't done back bends in a while, stay low, okay? Inhale, push back to down dog. Adjust your feet, walk them in so that your heels aren't too far from the mat. Your shoulders away from your ears. Deep breaths. Pedal your feet. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. As I'm pedaling my feet, I'm bending one knee. The leg that stays straight, that's the side where I'm really stretching the calves even more. Both heels down. Inhale and bring your right foot forward. Excellent. Bring your back heel in and come up. You see me struggle a little bit with balance. We have to be really careful and mindful there. Always. Inhale, bring the arms up. I had to gather myself and get my balance there. Warrior one. Front knee is bent, hips are parallel. Arms can go up, but they don't have to. That you might feel a lot of pulling or it might bother your shoulders, then you're not going to bring the arms up as high. Perhaps you're here at heart center. Back heel is down. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Here's one place where the block may come in handy. When you have both legs straight, your hamstrings can be really tight. So perhaps your hands are above the knee on the thigh and you send the hips back, keeping the legs straight. Or if they're a little more flexible, you may have your hand on the block here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, a few breaths like that. Keep your hips going back. Excellent. Inhale, bend the knee, come up. Warrior one again. Hands travel down the back, tricep stretch. Bring the arms up, goal post arms. So from the front, it looks like this, goal post. Or sometimes we call these cactus arms. Okay, then take your left arm in front of your right. Now you're crossing. It may not look like that. Maybe it looks something like this. So you do whatever variation works for you. Inhale, exhale. That front knee is over your ankle. The back heel is down. Both heels are down. Grab the back of the shoulders, the rear delts. Bring the arms back up. Inhale. Straighten the front leg. Now bring your hands behind you. Open the chest. Maybe you're interlacing the fingers. If it's okay, come forward with the fingers interlaced. If you need to, unlace them and bring your hands forward. Do that. Both legs straight, best you can. It's a lot of balance involved here. It may not look like it until you try it, and then you'll see. Inhale, exhale. Now the block can stay inside the foot. More challenging if the block is outside the foot. Do what's right for you. Again, this is a lot of balance. This is reverse triangle. You start in pyramid, then turn towards the front leg. Your hand would be your right hand if you're turning right. Could be on your hip, or it's going up towards the sky. This is a lot of work. Keep drawing your navel in. Pressing your feet into the floor, into your mat. And also trying to keep your hip, that right hip going back, not going towards the wall in the back of the room. Go back to pyramid. Excellent. Let's put the block to the side there, come up into high heel lunge. So the difference from warrior one to high heel lunge or crescent lunge, the back heel is lifted and you're bending both knees. Again, your hands can be down, heart center. Open up to the front, warrior two. This is a hip opener here in warrior two. It's externally rotated so that your knee is over your ankle. Imagine you're against the wall behind you. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. Inhale, side angle pose. If it bothers you for your arms to go up, you can keep them down. Try to keep the shoulders stacked. Go ahead and circle that arm if that's okay. You could circle through the elbow. Excellent. Bring the hand behind your back. Nice. Press through the heel. Come up into an exalted warrior. Inhaling and exhaling. Fantastic. Bring the arms out. Straighten your front leg. Reach triangle pose. Use your block if you'd like for triangle. Inhaling, exhaling, keeping your spine as long as possible. You could turn the head up. That might bother your neck, so then you wouldn't do it. You can look straight ahead, or you could even look down but slightly out. I would say look straight ahead. Come back into the exalted warrior. Look outside your left foot. Keep your knee over your ankle. Go deeper into the stretch if you'd like. Inhale, half moon. This is a tough one. Use your block. You slide over. Take the block outside your pinky toe, underneath your right arm. And what makes it challenging is you're trying to open up. Imagine your back is against an imaginary wall behind you. Energy out the heel of the leg that's elevated. And come up. Okay, inhale. Exhale. That was a kind of not as smooth of a transition or exiting that pose, but I did what was required for me to come up safely. So inhale. It's okay to do that against the wall too. I have a video where I actually do that sequence with half moon in it against the wall. All right, guess what? We're gonna do the whole thing on the other side. Woohoo! Bend your left knee. Notice I can feel myself being able to go a little deeper, and that might be the same for you. It's okay though if it's not, right? I still feel stiff. Well, maybe you have to be a little more consistent with the stretching, right? I bet though you do feel, I feel just a little bit more flexible. I bet you do. Feel a little looser now, right? Okay, and then pivot to that side. Runner stretch. Inhale, exhale. Your left leg back. Plank, pressing out through the heel. Hover. Did you hold it that long, Cobra? Inhale, exhale. Breathing. Push back into down dog. Nice deep breaths. Pressing those heels down. Sometimes I leave my legs straight without doing the runners, without doing the pedaling. Just shifting from one side to the other, pressing the heels down. Just feeling that stretch, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling, exhaling. Draw the navel in, bring your left foot forward. Nice. It might have to come forward in a couple of steps, right? May not be one step, but that's okay. Bring your back leg in. Press that heel down on the back leg. Come up into your warrior one. Arms up if you'd like. Goalpost arms. Your left arm on top of the right. I think, like now I'm thinking, I think it's left on top of right for you, right? Inhale, exhale. No, it's your right on top of left. Inhale, exhale. Truly, I'm forgetting. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Inhale, exhale. But I think it's your right on top. One more breath, breathing. Give yourself a hug. That's stretching through the back, the upper back. Bring the arms up. Nice. Bring the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. If you did the first time, put the opposite thumb on top, opposite index finger in front. Then straighten the legs. Now you can bring your arms forward before hinging forward. If you feel okay leaving the hands behind you, do it. Lift the arms. Legs straight. Remember, you're only doing what's right for you. Inhale. Good. And bring your hands down. Warrior one. Straighten. Pyramid. Use your block if you'd like. Inside the foot is fine. And you can lift the left arm or have it on your hip. Keep that left hip going back. It'll want to go towards the wall behind you. And my suggestion is, if you need to okay, let me see that again, come out of the pose first. So you're not in some twisted pose and trying to turn your head in an unnatural way to see. So stop the video, maybe look at it, or come out of the pose, look at it, rewind, and then try, okay? If you need to. Inhale, pick up your back heel, crescent lunge. Both knees are bending here, and open to warrior two. Toes of the right foot are coming forward or slightly to the left. Shoulders down away from the ears. Sometimes, a lot of times, if you can, that shoulder will be turned in. If you can, open the shoulder blades coming together. Depends, your body will have something to say, yay or nay. All right, inhale, exhale, side angle pose. Use your block if you'd like. Maybe you're circling the arm. I'm using more legs than I am pressing with my arms. Come up. Exalted warrior. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe your hand is behind your back. Warrior two, straighten that front leg, reach. Triangle. Keep lengthening through your spine, opening through the chest, sending the hips towards that right wall. Bring the hand behind you if you'd like. Nice, bend the knee, exalted warrior again. Turn and look outside your right foot. Excellent. Inhale. Here we go for that half moon. You're in warrior two. Slide the right leg over. Extending out that right heel. Energy in that right leg. Stacking the hips as best we can. Bend the knee. Come back to warrior two. Okay, good. One more balance. I know we're doing a lot of balance along with hips. And this is a leg strengthener too. And this will, that gets your heart rate up. So does this one. Bend the right knee and push off and bring that right leg over. Then step softly, land, lunge, lateral lunge. Push. And we'll do it again. Notice I bend that left knee, it'll be your left knee, to get the right leg out. Lunge. This time we'll leave it over. Turn the toes out. Leave the foot low. Your toes can be touching the mat or lift the leg higher for tree pose. Arms wide. Maybe it's okay if you're holding onto the countertop. It's okay if your toes are down. It's okay if your entire foot is down. It's still balance and you're opening in that hip. And we'll try to take the leg out And land softly. Nice. Inhale, bend your left knee. Push over to the right. Step. Hips are going back. Push. And again, step soft, lunge, and push. We'll keep it over this time. Weight on the ball and heel of the feet. Settle and feel stable before you move to the next. So I want to feel the weight under the ball and heel of my foot. Then, if I want, I can bring the leg up higher. Once I feel stable, if I feel stable, because if I don't, I just put my foot back down, that's all. I can lift my arms, visually staring, finding a place to focus will help with your balance. Arms wide. Bring your hands back down and take that leg out. Walk or jump your feet together. Nice. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to the mat. Want you to bend at the knee. And maybe, because it could be that you're not going to bend as deep, right? So you're up a little higher. Or maybe like a linebacker, your knees are bent. Or maybe your hips are flexible enough that you can sink lower and your knees are okay with it, your ankles. There has to be a lot of things that give you permission to do this one, okay? And if you don't do it, it's okay, it's all right, it's all good. Bring the knees down. Sit back in child's pose. Inhale, exhale. All right, let's do, before we lie on our backs and do our final stretch, let's do a few tricep push-ups, okay? So your navel is in, your hands are underneath you. You could do a countertop one, right? Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. If it's okay, one leg is up, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Or both legs are up. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Your heels are pressing back. I already taught a class and I'm feeling pretty fatigued here. Ugh. If you're not able to do it with good form, then don't do those. So I'm not going to do another one. Bend and straighten. Keep my knees down. Bend and straighten. And shift your weight back, child's pose. All right, you can cross the legs behind you or swing them out in front of you. Sit tall. In order to sit tall, crown of the head towards the sky, chest lifted, shoulders down and depressed, you might have to bend your knees. And that's okay, bend them. So you can feel that. You can also use your strap here. Chest lifted. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're going to the mat. Grab a sip of water. Make sure you stay hydrated, my friend. If it's okay for you to go down with your legs straight, do it. You can grab the thighs if that's helpful. Or you can bend your knees. Inhale, exhale. Nice breath there. And bend your knees. Inhale, exhale. Bring your feet closer. Back of your neck should be long. Make sure my head's on the mat here. All right. And I just like to bring my feet in a little closer, toes straight ahead, and do a pelvic tilt. Now, when you're doing a pelvic tilt, you're working your abdominals, you're stretching through your low back, you're not really lifting your hips off the mat. You're lengthening, tailbone going towards the mat, you're lengthening your abs, and then when you lengthen the back, you're contracting the abs. When you lengthen the abs, you're contracting the back, and you're creating a bigger space between the mat and your low back, the small of your back. All right, if you can, if you feel comfortable doing it, lift your hips. And breathe. Your shoulders are supporting you. Your head is resting comfortably on the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Lower and squeeze, lift. Lower and squeeze, lift. Lower and squeeze, lift. You're squeezing your glutes. You're strengthening your gluteus maximus, your buttocks. They get weak. Why do they get weak? Why is this one tough to do? Because we're sitting on them, so we're not contracting them when we're sitting on them, right? They're relaxed, they're lengthened. So here we're squeezing, squeezing, and come down one vertebra at a time. To improve, to strengthen your glutes will help to relieve tension off of your low back. Just like stretching your hip flexors. Can you go up one more time? Peel up. This right here, the front of the hips, those are your hip flexors. They get tight. The same reason the glutes are weak, the hip flexors are tight, because when you're sitting, they're always folded, bent. They're always bent, right? So stretching them will help relieve your low back. And all the work we were doing, stretching inner thigh, that helps relieve the low back. So all of this work that we were doing today is beneficial if done properly. It's beneficial for your low back. Okay, here's a stretch we've been working on. Well, first let's just do the little massage for the low back. It feels so good. Going one direction and then in the other. Nice. Take your foot into the strap, your right one. Okay, now both legs up if you can. Take that right leg over on a diagonal, like it's going over the shoulder, right? In that direction. Keep both legs active. Start to take the left leg away. Now it's gonna stop at some point. The left, and I want you to hold that and breathe. Wherever the stop is with both legs straight, breathe. You may be able to increase it, but keep the right leg where it is. Inhaling and exhaling. Then go ahead and bend the left knee. Let the left foot go on the mat. Bend the left knee as much as you'd like so you feel stable. And then take the right leg out to the side. Keep your left hip to the left. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep your shoulders relaxed best you can. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Bring the leg up, take it across your body. Inhaling and exhaling.
Take the leg up. Bend your left knee. Take the right ankle above the left knee. Bring both legs closer. That should feel good. That stretch right there should feel wonderful. So if it's not feeling wonderful, maybe you don't need to bring the leg in, just keep it further away. Or you're crossing at the ankle and just allowing the hip to open up, right? If this isn't a good idea for you. All right, go ahead, place that foot down for a moment. Inhale, bring both knees back in. Take the strap, place it around the left foot if you can safely, right? Both legs go up, the left leg going towards the left corner of the room, slightly over the left shoulder, in that direction, right? Your leg may be, you're like, what? I can't get my leg that go that far. Then you're thinking of going in that direction, and you may not even be able to get the knee all the way straight, but your goal is to have it as straight as possible. If you have to roll up into your mid back to get the leg straight, then the knee it will stay bent slightly, okay? But once you've got it, okay, this is as far as I can safely get it. Keep it there. Allow the right leg to go in the opposite direction. Both legs are working. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing. Try and relax your shoulder. I just noticed I had a lot of tension in my left shoulder as I'm holding the strap. I don't want that. So I'm grabbing the strap, and I do have some tension in my arm so I can hold the leg there. But I'm trying to keep the tension out of the shoulders away from my ears, jaw relaxed. Go ahead and place the right foot down. So bend the knee. You might bend it a lot, and that's fine, much as you'd like. Now take the leg out laterally. Inhaling and exhaling. Take deeper breaths. Think about where you're feeling tightness right now. Is it around the knee? If you said yes, I want you to back off of that stretch. You should not feel tension around the knee, so maybe you have to come back a little bit, maybe soften the knee a little, no tension around the knee. Are you feeling tightness in the groin? See if you can breathe through some of that tightness. Slowly exhaling. Inhale and bring the leg up and across your body. I switched hands, so now I'm holding the strap with the right hand predominantly. You may feel this stretch in your glute, in your back, outside your hip. It just depends on where your tightness is. In your hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Depends on where your tightness is. Breathe, please. Now bring the leg up. Bend the knee. Take the ankle above the opposite right thigh. Maybe you're bringing both legs closer. if it's hard for you to have the back of the neck long, like you feel like your head is craning back, because you probably your shoulders are really round, so you can't get your head down unless you're dropping it back, then what I want you to do is have a pillow, something, rolled up blanket, your jacket, something under your head so that your ears and your shoulders are more parallel and your head isn't dropping back, because it'll feel uncomfortable too. You'll know. All right, take both legs down. Inhale, exhale. Take the soles of the feet together, the knees apart. Nice deep breath. Bring your arms overhead. Maybe the arms go to the mat or the ground. Maybe they don't go all the way, depending on that flexibility you have in the shoulders. One shoulder can feel different, like mine does. I have more tightness in one side than the other, and I have to bend that elbow on that side more to get the arm to go overhead. One side just feels easy, one side feels tight. I feel the tightness in that one side. And it's the same side that I have tightness in my neck, so you have to be mindful of those things and only do what's right for your body. We're all different. Bring your left knee over on top of the right. Now, your arms can go out to the side so you can make adjustments. I just put my left foot down on the mat and scooted my hips over a little bit. Now I'm stacking the knees again. And I pretty much, even though I'm in a twist, I feel from the crown of my head to my tailbone like I'm pretty aligned. Inhale, exhale. If it's okay for you to look to the left, you can. You don't have to. And breathe. Bring the left knee up, the right knee up. I'm doing a little hop with my hips again, 2 of them, and one in the center, and then one sending the hips slightly to the right before sending the knees to the left. Letting my left hand rest passively on top of that right leg, looking up towards the sky, and then turning my face to the right. If that doesn't feel comfortable, don't do it. It's moderately comfortable for me because, again, this is my right side. I have a lot of tightness on that side. And some of it is has been diagnosed as cervical arthritis in my neck. I'm not claiming that, So yeah, I have some stiffness on this side, and I get massages. I have an amazing physical therapist who's a doctor. I go see him probably about 3, maybe sometimes 4 times a year. Sometimes it's for my back or sometimes it's for my neck. It's more like maintenance. I'll do that more than I go to a massage therapist, actually, because I just get more relief and I'm able to maintain it longer. Like maintain it meaning doing exercises and stretches on my own for a longer period of time. But everyone might not be blessed with a doctor like that one. Very knowledgeable. Yeah, he's amazing. Inhale, exhale. Bring your knees back up. In. Circle them. That should feel nice. Circle the other way. Should feel lovely. Straighten the legs up, bend, straighten. You're engaging your core if you do that. Straighten, wiggle your toes, circle the ankles. The other way. Spread the toes. All right. Bring the legs down, straighten them. as long as it's okay for you to do it. Allow the feet to roll out comfortably, your arms down on either side. Take in a deeper breath. Inhaling slowly. Slowly exhaling. Inhaling slowly. Feel the shoulders relax more. Your chin comes closer to your chest, lengthening the neck a little more. Your jaw relaxes. Your cheeks. Your eyes. Your brow. Feeling calm, refreshed, joyful, healthy, grateful, strong. Wiggle the toes. Maybe bend a knee and turn to a side. If you'd like, you could have rolled up, but I'm coming up nice and slow. So I turn to my side, put my hands under my face like a little pillow. Take another breath as I'm transitioning from my practice to the rest of my day. Stay heavy in your legs. Use your arms to bring yourself up to a sitting position. Sit comfortably. Bring the arms up, inhale. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you soon, maybe in one of my classes. Bye for now.